All right, guys, we are live. Okay, I've just been trying to set up this live stream for about half an hour. So please do let me know if it's working. Let me know if you can hear sound. All right, that's the most important thing. Let's just check that we are public. We are indeed public, so we should have people coming on here onto this live stream any moment. Oh, there we go. My first live stream. Jesus, iPod King Carter. Guys, can you just let me know if you can hear sound, okay? Just make sure, just let me know the sound is okay. Once I know that, I'm going to start talking about the things that we have planned to talk about today on this live stream. Okay, so we just got a couple of news items which, throughout the week. Okay, someone says okay. Yep, we can. Okay, cool, you can hear. So, my idea for these live streams, I'm thinking about doing it every weekend, probably every Sunday. And the idea is to just talk about a few things that aren't really big enough to have, what's the word? To have full videos about them. Okay, so we're going to just talk about a few little things, all right? So, and I'm just kind of reading reading the comments down here as well. Okay, wow, there's a load of people on here. New wallet designs. Yeah, we will talk about wallets. Actually, I got a few example wallets over here that I can show you guys. All right. So, first of all, though, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Amex Platinum Uber credit, which is actually becoming easier to use. Okay, so starting in September, which is now, okay, should be now, yeah, September now. So actually starting as of now, it seems. Most of the articles about this were put up yesterday or the day before. So they're just going to add. So previously, the Amex Platinum Uber credit is $15 per month and $35 in December. So it's $200 per year. If you don't use it in that month, it disappears. Previously, it's just been added to your Uber cash balance. Well, they're going to be changing that, and it's just going to be automatically added to your next ride as of September 2019. So actually, it's Uber Cash. The way it will work is that it is added to your Uber Cash balance, but as of 2019, Uber Cash will be set to automatically apply to your next ride, so that you can easily take advantage of the benefit each month. Since you're going to lose that, if you don't use it, you lose it. Basically, it cancels each month. So they're going to make it easier because some people have been caught out by this and not set Uber Cash as their payment method and paid by card instead, and then they don't use their platinum benefits. So that's basically what's happening with that. We often use it with Uber Eats. It can be used with Uber Eats, even though that's not officially in the terms and conditions, but you can do that. Okay, so anyway. So multiple blogs have been reporting about that. I'm just reading some of these comments. So we will get to answering some questions later in the stream. So if you have a question, just keep it until a little bit later on. I just want to get through the second item that I wanted to talk about, and that is the JetBlue cards and actually a few Barclays credit cards, including the Aviator cards as well. It seems that a lot of credit cards are kind of messing around with their benefits right now, adjusting them, removing some things and adding some things. And Barclays just announced to customers, in fact, someone sent me exactly what they received, an email. This was someone who had the Barclays JetBlue card. Basically, people have been receiving emails and messages from Barclays saying that your benefits are changing. So I'll just read it out to you what they say. We're making changes to the benefits you receive on your JetBlue Plus card. So this is for the JetBlue card, but it also is applicable to some other Barclays credit cards, including the American Airlines Aviator cards. We're making changes effective of November 1st, 2019. So that's in a month's time. Your auto rental collision damage waiver and identity theft benefits will be enhanced. For example, you'll now have access to an online monitoring dashboard and resolution features that scour the internet and dark web for compromised credentials and financial account takeover. Ooh, okay. So I don't know, that's probably useful, but it doesn't really sound like something that's particularly interesting. Also, you will be eligible to receive, cellular telephone protection, which provides coverage for certain damage or theft of your cell phone effective November 1st, 2019. So several Barclays cards are adding cell phone insurance. Very, very cool. which I think they are. I know this JetBlue Plus card is actually a MasterCard. Let me just check that out and make sure that is. Yeah, I think it is a MasterCard. Yeah, it's a MasterCard. So if you don't know, MasterCard actually added cell phone protection to their suite of benefits, but I think banks actually have to opt in to receive the full benefits. So the JetBlue Plus card, they are giving cell phone protection on the card. I assume that's a MasterCard benefit. Not totally sure, but it is a MasterCard, and MasterCard did add cell phone protection a while back. Let's come back to this this thing though, because there's a little bit more. There's some benefits that are going, unfortunately. Extended warranty and price protection, purchase assurance satisfaction guarantee, and trip delay benefits will be removed. However, benefit claims can be submitted for eligible purchases made through October 31st, 2019. So, at the end of October, they're getting rid of extended warranty, price protection, purchase assurance satisfaction, and trip delay benefits. Now, that's a little bit sad. That's quite a few benefits to go, and it seems like a little bit of a trend. Many credit cards are getting rid of benefits, so that's a little bit of a shame. So do look out for that if you have a Barclay card credit card. I know the ones that have definitely been receiving this are the JetBlue card and the American Airlines Aviator card. Maybe some other Barclay card cards will receive this notice about benefits soon. Okay, so that was the two news items that I wanted to talk about. And I'll tell you a little bit about the credit shifter wallets. So we did post this female wallet on Instagram a couple of days ago, just asking people for some feedback. So basically, I think this is probably the design that we're going to go for our new female wallet. So I'll just run you through the features. You've got this, this kind of thing, which comes separately of the wallet. So I'll just put that on. There we go. So that's kind of like the handle. And then, obviously, you've got credit shifter printed there. I did actually get a few of these made in black, but I had the logo printed the other way up. And then I looked online at some other wallets, female wallets, and I realized that the logo is always printed that way. Okay, I looked at some other wallets, Coach, or various other companies that make wallets, and the logo is always printed like that. This one is actually suede, so it's very, very nice. You rub it one way, it's lighter, rub it the other way, it's darker. Very cool. People have asked what's inside, so we'll just, we'll open this one up and just take out this packaging. And there are actually 24 credit card slots in this one, so it is huge. It has a lot of space for credit cards, store loyalty cards, all that kind of thing. There is a pocket for some coins in here, some cash, some quarters or whatever. And, then obviously multiple places where you could put, bills, all right, or notes, depending where you come from. And so, yeah, that's our probable female wallet. Should be going on sale, I don't know, within the next month or so. This one I've ordered here is a prototype, so it takes a while. If we decide that we're going to do them, then I probably have to wait for another month to get them manufactured and delivered. But normally a delay with these things. But anyway, we still have quite a lot of new wallets. We have the good old traveler wallets, which Italian leather. They smell great. So these are sort of our trusted, most popular wallet. And then we also have these new RFID blocking wallets. So this, actually, it's not leather, this one. It's another type of material. And if you look inside, can we see it on this one? Let's just have a look. Yeah, there's a sort of there's a different type of material inside, which is what blocks the, RFID, kind of a film. And, there was one guy who asked me, I don't buy leather products or animal products, obviously, because he was like, didn't want to, what's the word? He was saving animals, basically, kind of guy. And I was like, oh, you could check out our, RFID blocking wallets, because they're like an imitation leather rather than actual leather. But they do block RFID. Every pocket blocks it except for this ID pocket. So you can actually put one card in here if you're using the wireless paying. And they do have obviously the credit shifter logo, like all our other wallets. Okay, so wallets links below. All the links are below normally, and I'm gonna have a look at some questions now. Okay, so let's have a look, see what people are asking in the live stream. Okay, do you think Capital One will let people product change the Venture One to the new Walmart credit card? Probably not. Okay, normally you wouldn't be able to change from a Capital One's own line of cards to their co-branded cards. Normally you can't do that. So, for example, with Chase or something, you could change from, Freedom to Sapphire, upgrade, downgrade, but you wouldn't normally be able to go from like Freedom to like the United Airlines card or something like that. So generally no. So in answer to that, I know because you probably don't want to have a hard pull, right? You want the Walmart card, but you don't want a hard pull. You want to convert your venture card. So I would advise, just call them up, ask them. But I think the likelihood of it is no, unfortunately. All right, let's see what else we've got. How can you get the Barclay screwed my mom on Ford protection. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Let's see if we have some good credit cards. So, Amex Green refurb in the UK. Well, yeah, I don't know about that. So it seems like what we've seen with the gold card and other cards, normally they refresh it in the US first. And then normally they do the personal in the US, add some new benefits, do a refresh. Then like a year later or 6 months later, they'll do the business. And then other countries follow. The UK, I'm not sure, really, whether an Amex Green refresh will come. We haven't even got the refresh here yet, but we should be finding out soon. Basically, all we know about the refreshed Amex Green is that it's going to be getting the recycled credit card made from recycled ocean plastic, which is really cool, actually. But we don't know the earning categories. Now, we originally suspected it'd be 4x on gas, but then people have joked, well, if it's sort of this environmentally friendly card, it would be a bit hypocritical to have a gas category on it, right? So actually, I don't know whether that's going to be one of the categories now, because obviously they're trying to go all environmentally friendly with it. So yeah, basically. But anyway, going back to the UK, probably if they're going to refresh it here, they'll refresh it here first, and then maybe 6 months later something will come in the UK. They refreshed the Amex Gold in the UK. They turned it from a charge card into a credit card. Quite interesting. I believe, according with UK law, that gives you some extra protections. A credit card. I did do a video on that. You can check it out. Anyway, let's have a look. Hello from Scotland. Hello. Thanks for watching. Do you think the new Amex Green will waive the annual fee for the first year? Oh, well, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Cards with a $95 annual fee, which is what the Green has had up until now, it's very common that they waive the annual fee for the first year. So it is possible. But it really just depends on what type of benefits and how big the bonus is. Sometimes I think we've seen, Chase Sapphire Preferred, we've seen a bonus. I think the current bonus is 60,000, but they don't waive the annual fee. Let me just check that. Because I know they always used to waive the annual fee, but annual fee 95. Okay, so yeah, the current bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred, 60,000 points, but they don't waive the annual fee. So that depends, it depends how big the sign-up bonus is on the Green, and that's something they can do. Sometimes they'll give you an increased sign-up bonus, but they won't waive the annual fee. We'll have to see. Personally, I don't think waived annual fees for the first year are really something that matters to me, because if the card's good, it's worth getting. You want to be able to actually get all your money back every year through the benefits so that you can offset the annual fee every year. It's a bonus on top of that if the annual fee is waived for the first year. Yeah. Does paying someone on PayPal with an Amex credit card count as a purchase? I would have thought so. Yeah, it should do. It's not going to count as a cash advance, so it should count as a purchase. Obviously, it has to be consistent with normal consumer behavior. So if you're thinking about doing manufactured spend, and you're thinking about paying huge amounts on PayPal, then you might run into other problems, suspicion that you're doing manufactured spend or money laundering or something like that. But I think on PayPal it should generally count as a purchase because it's not a cash advance. So okay. Shifu, what do you recommend as a good interest-free card? Okay, well, so interest-free card, I presume you're talking about 0% APR for the first, however long. That can be a great way to get financing on something, if you don't want to pay interest. So Generally, you should be looking for, at least 15 months, if not more. You can get up to 18 months interest-free on purchases or balance transfers, depending on the card. It all depends, really. Do you want interest-free on a balance transfer, or do you want interest-free on purchases? Because that's something you want to consider, because cards will have, sometimes they'll advertise interest-free, but it's only on purchases or it's only on balance transfers, so you want to make sure that distinction. But you can get cards up to 2 years interest-free. A good way is just to search in Google and put best 0% APR credit card, or if you're looking for a balance transfer, best balance transfer credit card. I can give you some recommendations though. So I know that, let me just check this out. Sorry guys, I'm just doing a search on a few different cards. Here we go. So I know that the City Double Cash right now, that is doing 0% APR for the first 18 months on balance transfers, okay? But there is, I believe, a balance transfer fee, yes, of $5 or 3%. Then Chase Freedom, I believe that's 15 months interest free. Okay, so 0% APR for 15 months from account opening on purchases and balance transfers. So if you're looking something for purchases, you get 0% for 15 months on the Chase Freedom. So I would say 15 would be kind of the minimum to be a good card for 0% APR. You want to be looking 18, even 24 months. I'm sure there are a few that do 24 months. Obviously, if you're doing a balance transfer, though, you want to make sure there's no balance transfer fee. And for that one, the Chase Slate is really the kind of go-to card, because that gives 15 months. Let me just have a look. Yeah, 0% balance transfer for 15 months. And there's no balance transfer fee as long as you transfer the balance within 60 days of account opening, okay? So I hope that helps, whoever was asking that question. Okay, why didn't Chase Bank get Okay, so Credit Shifu, someone's asking, why didn't Chase Bank in the UK just fax your credit info to the US Chase? Actually, UK doesn't have Chase Bank, so that's why. So yeah, I was with HSBC in the UK. Now, you can, though, if you have an American Express card in another country, you can actually, I believe, transfer some of your credit limit to the US. So like, say, when I applied for my first Amex in the US, I got denied, and then I went to, I had American Express in the UK. I phoned up Amex in the US and I said, hey, I've already got an Amex card in the UK. Is that going to help my application here? And they said, actually, I can put you on the phone to our international department, and they could transfer some of that credit limit to the US card, I believe. So I didn't do it in the end, so I'm not an expert on it, but that is something you can do. Let me just say, someone gave a super chat, $5. Thank you so much. I've been watching your videos since November. You're a superstar. Thank you so much, man. I don't know about a superstar, but yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching the videos, and I hope you've had some help in improving your credit. How can you use the United Explorer card to get baggage benefits and still use the CSR for travel protections? You have to use the United Explorer card on the purchase. Okay, so for this one, I don't have the United Explorer card, so I'm not totally sure about that one. But let's actually have a look, okay? Because normally these things will be explained in the terms and conditions. Okay, so let's just go onto Chase's website and we'll actually have a look at this. Okay, so offer details. Now, what was it you were talking about? The free checked bags. Okay, let's have a look. Terms and conditions. All right, free check bag. Okay, primary card member must be traveling. Companion reservation number. Okay, so yeah, free check bag basically on the United Explorer card. I'll read out from the terms and conditions. To receive the first standard check bag free, the primary card holder must include their mileage plus number in their reservation and use the United Explorer card to purchase their tickets. So there's your answer. Sorry about that, but basically you wouldn't be able to use the CSR To purchase the ticket, you're going to have to use the United Explorer card to purchase the ticket. I'm afraid you'll be earning United points on the card. Obviously, you won't get the travel protections that you get on the CSR, but that's just the way it is. You have to use that card to purchase the ticket. Also, Nate R277, thank you so much for the super chat. Love your content. I've learned a lot. Keep it up. So, we're thinking about having a lot more educational content, credit building coming up in the next few months. Now, we've answered a few questions. I'm going to kind of... here we go. Chase Sapphire Preferred. Let me just ask for one more. Should I use my Chase Sapphire Preferred to pay for a Greece trip and get the minimum spend? Or should I use my Chase Freedom? Okay, I'm not totally sure why he's going between the Chase Freedom and Sapphire Reserve. I mean, Sapphire Preferred. So Sapphire Preferred gets a bonus on travel anyway, and if you need to hit minimum spend, then I definitely use the Sapphire Preferred. What was the reason you'd use the Chase Freedom? What are the Freedom categories this fall? I don't think there's a... there's not a travel category on the Freedom. I think it's like... Gotta remind myself. Here we go. Cashback calendar, Chase Freedom, cashback. Let's have a look. See the 20th. Yeah, so it's department stores, PayPal, or Chase Pay. So unless you've got some way to pay for this trip with PayPal or Chase Pay, maybe you have, I don't know. But otherwise, yeah, just go for it. Use the Chase Sapphire Preferred. You're getting your minimum spend and you get a bonus for travel. So that's all good. All right, guys. So Credit Stripper, after watching your video on the IHG card, you talked us into getting it. Thanks for giving us a heads up. Such a great deal. Yeah, it really is a great deal. Hotel Keeper card or Sock Draw card. You really, we've got it. We're working towards the sign-up bonus now. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about that as well. 2 sign-up bonuses I've just got. So the one I've got is the Chase Ink Preferred. I got the 80,000 point sign-up bonus. So I've now got about 116,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points in my account. I'm thinking of using them on hotels, so I've already taken my Ink Preferred bonus and transferred it all to my Chase Sapphire Reserve. So if I want to book through the travel portal, I get 1.5 cents per point. Really good for booking hotels because you can get 1.5 cents per point. It often rivals what you get if you transfer to partners. Not so good, obviously, for business class flights, etc. But yeah, so I'm thinking about booking hotels. That's what I did last time. We're going on this massive trip to the UK, Asia, Taiwan, Japan, France, Dubai. So I'm going to be booking a lot of hotels. We booked the W last time in Taipei at 1.5 cents per point. And then the one that we're working towards is the IHG credit card. Mrs. Credit Shifu got it. IHG, they've got this amazing sign-up bonus. It's kind of like, what is it? It's 3 things. So it's 125,000 points. Then it's 40 points per dollar on IHG purchases and 4 points per dollar on everything for the first year. So it really is a cool sign-up bonus. So we're working towards that. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because we've been on for quite a while. But we have got that trip coming up so I think it's in mid-December. We're going to fly out of the US and we're actually going to be on the road for about 6 or 7 weeks. So, like I just said, we're going to go to the UK, then we're going to go to Taiwan, we're going to go to Japan. We're going to fly, I think, from the UK via Dubai on Emirates to Taiwan. And Emirates has this thing where if you go to Dubai for less than 24 hours, they'll get you a hotel for free. If your stopover is, I think, between 8 and 24 hours. So our stopover will be 20 hours, so we can apply for this free hotel, which is normally quite nice. Yeah, okay, so what are some keeper cards aside from Hyatt, IHG, Marriott? So by keeper cards, I think he means, hotel cards. I like to call them sock drawer cards because they basically give you a free night. And, what's okay? So IHG, Hyatt, Marriott, I mean, those are the main ones. Hilton, this kind of standard Hilton Surpass card doesn't give you a free night unless you spend $15,000 in a year, and then you'll get a free night. But it does give you 10 priority passes. I always think that card is one of the cards that's really undervalued, okay? Because 10 priority passes per year for a $95 annual fee, it's actually really good. But yeah, those are the main ones, I think. There are other hotel cards, like you could look at Wyndham. Wyndham has some sort of unique things about their program, actually. So, but the main ones really will be Hyatt, IHG, and Marriott. I really like Hyatt. I've been getting into Hyatt a lot now since we stayed at the Ziva. And I just did a video actually about the sort of ins and outs of the Hyatt program. It's not going to be released yet. It may be part of a course later on that we do as a paid course. So do look out for that. We haven't really decided yet. I'm from Wisconsin. What do you think about the Chase Amazon Prime card? Good card. So 5% back. I mean, it's basically a 5% discount. The annual fee is your Prime membership. So if you're a Prime member already, it's basically free for you. So it's kind of a no-brainer, but do look at, consider your 524 status and kind of opportunity cost of what else you could get. I mean, if you're at 424 and it's a choice between the Amazon Prime and then some other card like, with a huge sign-up bonus, I mean, you might want to consider that instead. But it's a good card. If you buy a lot from Amazon, definitely go for it. Okay, favorite airline to fly to the UK? Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, look, I often use British Airways just because it's easy, and I'm a bronze member of their, program. So I get business class check-in, I get, expedited boarding and all that kind of stuff. Their business class is like okay, but they're getting a revamp. But often, if you book their business class with money, it's not actually that expensive. It's maybe like $1,500 one way, so you're looking at $3,000 return. You also get a $200 discount with AARP, so that's a good option. But there are plenty of other options, like Virgin. If you're flying direct to the UK, Virgin Atlantic can be good. Then there's also like if you don't mind changing planes somewhere, you can go to Ireland. You can go on Aer Lingus. Their business class is quite decent. And the advantage of that is on the way back, you can clear US customs in Ireland. So you can, you stop in Ireland, but you clear US customs. So when you come back, it's just like you got off a domestic flight, no passport control. But there's a lot of others. If you don't mind flying to Europe and then transferring and going to the UK, I mean, you can go Lufthansa business class, first class, very nice. Swiss Airlines is good. I went on Swiss Air business class to Israel, very, very nice, 180 degree, fully flat bed and everything. There are loads of good ones. But read the reviews. Best things to do in Taiwan. Oh, there are so many good things to do in Taiwan. So if you've never been to Taiwan, it's a really cool place to go. You don't really think about Taiwan when you think of holiday destinations, vacation destinations, but there are a lot of good things to do. I would recommend, if you're in Taipei, go to the top of Taipei 101. It used to be the tallest building in the world. It was then overtaken by that building in Dubai, the Burj Khalifa. So go to the top of that building. You get an awesome view. Very, very cool. While you're there, you might as well go to Din Tai Fung for dumplings, which is in the basement of that building. Din Tai Fung is a really cool restaurant. Does xiaolongbao, if you like xiaolongbao, really nice, tiny Chinese dumplings actually from China, but it's in Taiwan. There's loads of other things to do, to be honest. If you're traveling, I recommend go to the south, go to Kaohsiung. That's one of my favorite cities to go to in Taiwan. It's nice there. Even in the winter, it can be like 75 degrees there or 30 degrees Celsius or whatever. So I've been there in January. It's a snowstorm in New York. In Kaohsiung, it's like 30 degrees Celsius, like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. You can take the high-speed rail, and the business class on that is really reasonably priced. So whenever I go there, I normally shoot around in business class. Also, if you go to the east of Taiwan, it's a bit more wild, the coastline there, and there's a lot more of the indigenous Aboriginal people's culture there. Tarako Gorge is good. I love the hot springs as well. So if you're in Taipei, you can go to Beitho, which they have hot springs there. They have hot springs hotels, but they also have a public hot spring, which is very cheap. And it's just, it's like a public hot spring. It's awesome. But if you want your own hotel, they actually pump it into the room and stuff. Any potential collabs coming up with other credit card YouTubers? I haven't talked to anyone recently, but the potential is always there. I did talk to Graham Stefan a while back. And I said, we basically said, if I can get out to LA, I'll do a collab with him probably. But it really just depends on us going now. I did want to go to LA in this October, but because of booking this crazy trip, it looks like that's not going to be happening now. But, anytime I probably go over to the West Coast, the potential for a collab with Graham is there. A few other people as well over on the West Coast. There are a few people, and there's also people, it's more realistic. I could do probably a collaboration maybe with Brian Jung. He's in the DC area, which is only 4 hours from where we are. And you know, me and him have kind of had a back and forth for a while. He helped us out on our what was the word? Our April Fool's video, which was very, very cool. Actually, Graham Stefan was in that as well. Yes, we had Graham, we had Brian Jung. I tried to get Ask Sebi in that video, to be honest, but he didn't respond to me. It's a shame. But, you know, yeah. But it would have been cool if we could have had him in that video too. But anyway, so there's nothing planned. I mean, we don't have any collabs planned, but last time I did a collab with another YouTuber, he approached me about a collab, and I totally messed up the collab. It was supposed to be overrated cards, and I read it as underrated, and so I did a video segment about this card that was underrated. In fact, the Hilton Surpass card, and I got it totally wrong. It was just complete cock up. So, but that's the problem when someone who is like a very small YouTuber approaches someone who is quite large. It's kind of like you want to help them out, but you don't. There's not that much benefit. So, you know, for me, I'll always try and help people out, but it's not necessarily that beneficial to me, so I won't give it priority. But if it's a larger YouTuber, you're more equally sized, then normally the two people would give these things equal priority. So that's kind of important to me. So anyway, guys, is the Amex Blue Business Cash Card worth it? I believe it is. I mean, it really depends. Let me just remind myself. Amex Blue Business Cash. Here we go. Amex launch. Okay, let me just have a look at this, because I'm not literally an encyclopedia, like, I don't have a photographic memory. Okay, I remember this one. So this one was relaunched quite recently. That's just 2% cash back on all purchases up to $50,000. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want cash back for your business and your spending is less than $50,000, then you're going to be getting 2% on everything. But obviously, if you get the card, you just need to be mindful of how much you're spending. And just know that if you have gone over $50,000 in spending, you're only going to be getting 1% back. So it's probably going to be a better option for you to get it. But I reckon, you know, if you're interested in cashback, it's definitely a good option for non-category spending, because it's 2% on everything. So, you know, it could be worth it for you. Obviously, you know, when you recommend cards to people, it's like each person's situation is, you know, unique. So, okay, what bank do you recommend for a checking account? Well, I have Chase. So, you know, that's what I recommend. However, there are a lot of other good options, okay? A lot of time these credit card YouTubers get criticized for talking about, you know, Chase and American Express too much. I know that Bank of America has their, I can't remember what it's called. It's called Preferred Rewards or something. Basically, if you have a lot of money in the bank, you get better rates on credit cards with Bank of America. So that's something that you could actually consider looking into if you have a large amount of money that you want to deposit. With Chase, their checking account, I think it's a $10 fee per month, but you can avoid the fee by having a minimum of $500 electronically deposited into the account. So as long as you're being paid in that account each month, a minimum of $500, it'll be free for you. I like Chase because obviously it's got, I want to build up to being a private client in the future. First Sapphire Banking and then private client. But really, any of the banks can be good. I mean, really different banks can be good for different things, okay? TD Bank, I was with them when I first came to the US. They have an account that's free if your balance is over $100. They probably still have that account. And they're also open 7 days a week. So they call it America's most convenient bank. I don't know. Not sure if it is or not. But is the green card coming? Okay, we've already addressed that. You can watch earlier in the stream. All right, guys. I think the baby's crying, so I think we're going to finish it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments about what you think about these live streams. I think I'm going to make it a weekly thing. Let me know as well if you think the quality was good enough, or if you'd like to see other things added, like perhaps us having better quality camera, having the ability to pull up graphics and articles maybe on screen of what we're talking about. That might be good too. Okay, just lastly, I'll answer this question. What is the biggest thing you least expected from being the credit shifter that made you super proud and happy? Well, to be honest, guys, I just like seeing the support we get from the viewers. You know, so many people watching the videos and improving their credit scores, going on the same journey. And you know, when someone says, "Oh, thanks so much, I improved my score from like 600 to 750, and I got a nice rate on a mortgage," you're like, "Wow, I helped with that. That's really cool. I helped this person improve their financial situation." So, oh yeah. And if you didn't see, someone just commented on the t-shirt I've got today, Humanity First. So this is our Humanity First Death to Alien Scum t-shirt, which is kind of from our Generation Tech channel. So we actually sell these t-shirts. If you do want the t-shirt, you can check out Generation Tech on YouTube, and under all of their videos they have the Humanity First link to their t-shirts. You need to get a better quality camera for sure. Okay, cool. Thanks for the heads up. We'll see about upgrading the live streaming setup shortly. This is just the Mac built-in camera, so we can use the Canon 5D. We just have to buy the equipment to hook it up for live streaming. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to leave it here. Okay, good night.